Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another live feed here. I'm Joe. Tank's over there sleeping, and of course we got Fatty Cake in the corner. He don't want to stand up tonight. But anyway, how's everybody doing? It's been a while since we've been on here. Been super busy. Lots of time spent arguing with brokers and negotiating rates. Typical stuff. So anyway, let's see. Looks like we have New Hampshire Lone Wolf. He says he was first. And we got I Rhyme with Stick in here. And looks like got Reggie Williams in here. Tater salad. That ain't the first time that I've had that particular vernacular. I think my nickname growing up was Tater. So glad to see that everybody's in here and that everyone's getting along and chit chatting. But anyway, drop a comment down below and let me know where y'all are watching from. We're here in beautiful Columbia, South Carolina, enjoying our weekend. Uh, Hello there from Facebook. Who's that? Catching that comment there. What's going on, y'all? If you're watching from Facebook and you're catching us there, um, above the post inside, it'll have a link for EV Mux that will give permission so that way I can see who's commenting on the live streams and such. Oh, it's for Desiree. Good evening, Miss Desiree. What's going on? Reggie Williams says, Florida, buddy, I was just there. How's Florida treating you? It didn't treat me so well. It was kind of rough getting out of there. I Rhyme with Stick, University Park, Illinois. Buddy, you're not, that's not too far from my old stomping grounds. How's things over there in good old Illinois? Is it cold yet? I heard it's been getting pretty cold at night up there. And Georgia, okay. Yeah, gotta love Georgia. And same stuff, different day, living the dream. If you can, on your in Facebook, there is a link up there that it will allow you to grant EVMux permission, and once you click that, I'll be able to see who's commenting inside there. Otherwise, if you wouldn't mind, put a little caption with your name down there so I don't address you as the wrong name there. Anyway, so this evening, we're going to go over, do a little bit of news, and then kind of go over something that I believe uh, it was given to me. It's kind of one of the startup things here with Cloudtrucks, and kind of gives a basic rundown of how everything works without revealing too much that I think could potentially get me in trouble. So I wanted to go over that, but first topic let's go ahead and roll the intro real quick. I've been rambling on long enough, y'all. All right, I'm back. Let's see. We got one says, "Where is everyone watching from? Watching on YouTube and commenting from?" Well, currently I've got people on Facebook, I've got people on YouTube, and I've got some people watching on Twitch also right now. So, just everybody who comes in here, everybody's welcome. We'll get to Q&As and all kinds of good stuff later as we go along, unless I catch something that absolutely catches my eye here. So let's see. Let's go here. Let's get this whole thing set up here. Sorry, I'm running a tad bit behind this evening, but it's been kind of one of those days where everything's just kind of ran around and been kicking me. So, anyway, as we all have noted, our fuel prices were going down for a little while there. Back in September, we were looking at $4.96 a gallon, and then come into the first beginning of October here, it's looking $4.83 a gallon, down 53 cents from the previous or 0.053 cents per gallon from a week ago, and still $1.35 overpriced from what it was a year ago. And if you've been watching and noticing the same as I have, our fuel prices the last couple of days have been jumping about 10 to 15 to 20 cents a gallon overnight. And I wanted to shed some light as to why. OPEC has announced that they are going to be cutting about 2 million barrels per day, It's a little bit old news, but um, basically what that's going to do, and the short and skinny of it, is that with OPEC and cutting their national amount of oil that they're producing, is going to put a hindrance on the rest of everything, and it's going to cause the fuel prices to go up because there's less volume of oil. Says that they're going to be beginning production by they're going to be cut production by 2 million barrels per day beginning in November. Um, Decision by the group known as OPEC comes after its increased output since oil demand plummeted early in the COVID-19 pandemic. It says oil prices have fallen roughly $80 a barrel from more than $120 per barrel in June, amid growing fears about prospect of global economic recession. I can't even pronounce that name. I ain't going to try. It says defends the group's decision to impose a deep output cut, saying that a news conference that OPEC was seeking to provide a security and sustainability to energy in the market. CNBC's Hadley Gamble, whether the asked by man, I cannot read today. Asked by CNBC's Hadley Gamble whether the alliance was doing so at a price, Al Gahaz replied, "Everything has a price. Energy security has a price as well." Says President Joe Biden called the group's decision unnecessary and said more release for the U.S. petroleum reserves are possible. He has previously ordered the reserves to release an extra 1 million barrels of oil per day from the nation's strategic petroleum reserve in July, as gas prices climbed above $4 per gallon throughout the United States. So basically, we are in for a good old case of the green weenie here. Our fuel prices are going to continue to rise. I know yesterday when I parked, the prices were 4.65 a gallon here in Columbia, and then the day before that, when I was looking to be here, the prices were like about 4.40 a gallon. Today they're at 4.95. They've jumped substantially and is projecting to continually rise as time goes by. Um, yeah, you're right. I rhyme with stick. Absolutely about to skyrocket. Get it together. Hey, can't help it. I got a big mouth. This tongue tends to fumble all over everything. Tends to happen. Get out the screwdriver and siphon hose, buddy. I'm telling you, that's probably what's going to end up happening. Uh, get your astrology ready. Yeah, we're all going to need a little bit of help and a blessing with these fuel prices coming down, or sorry, going up. It is not looking well. I know up in my neck of the woods where I live, the fuel price has been sitting around 4.95, $5 a gallon, and it's up to like 5.50, 5.45. I don't know. I'm very thankful to be partnered with the fuel card that I'm partnered with. Shameless plug here. TCS, for all intents and purposes, has been a wonderful go-to as a resource in buying fuel. And by far, when everything has settled, when the market is fluctuating and people are buying fuel at an exorbitant amount of rate and nothing's stable, it's kind of hard to predict a cost plus discount when people don't know what the next day's good pricing is going to be buying fuel for. But overall, when things end up going awry and getting crazy, the discounts are a little bad. But as they settle out, the discounts level out, and on average, the last 3 or 4 months, I've been averaging about 50 cents to $1.20 off a gallon. Uh, yeah. Anyway, so it's going to be one of those fun things. We're going to be doing this all over again. So, um, what are y'all paying for fuel right now? Have you noticed it increasing yet? Because boy, I sure have. I definitely need one of those little medical donuts for that they give people when they get shot in their hindquarters to sit on, to soften the pain. It's been pretty rough. So, anyway, yes, reading comprehension. Okay, let's go over this real quick. My graduating class from high school in the little bitty town I grew up in was 22 people. We couldn't afford to have failure, so there was a lot of blocks that just kind of got checked and sent on the way. 309 for unleaded. I don't drive a truck, just a recruiter for Cloudtrucks. Absolutely. I would love 309. I was so happy the other day. I got diesel fuel for 3.99 in where was I? I was in Dallas at the Petro before the whole OPEC thing was announced, and it was wonderful. I put 140 gallons in, didn't even bat an eye for it. Let's see, 468 last night, and every Hunter's just laughing at me. That's okay. So anyway, the real meat and potatoes while we're here, I wanted to get into this here. I am going to go over this presentation that Cloud has usually sends everybody, kind of like a user guide thing. It's general knowledge. Um, about how kind of things work here and software and booking loads and how using things here work. You can find the links to this. I do believe that they are on their page. Correct me if I am wrong, but it's kind of one of the first things that they get when we're talking about when you're on board here and things of that nature. So without any further ado, let's get over here. And obviously, you get the whole welcome to Cloudtrucks thing. I mean, that's one thing. They put a lot of production value in their stuff. It is absolutely wonderful. They do a fantastic job. So basically, we're going to, our points of attack here are going to be we're going to figure out how to navigate the app, book the loads, manage your schedule, run, complete, and get paid. Obviously, you have the table of contents, all that stuff. So it's really easy. When you sign, everything is super simple. When you are on here and you log in, it track right to your phone number. Enter your phone number or your email or whatever you sign up with, and then it sends you a verification code, and then it allows you to get into the system. It sends you a 6-digit verification code. Then you can access your account settings and all that stuff. Searching for loads. This is the main part. Looks a bit blurry on my end, maybe because I'm watching from a phone. Let me see if I can. It may be the fact that this is kind of a PowerPoint on a web browser, not put into the EVMux software. If it's blurry for everybody, let me know. Let's see here. So the basic breakdown of it is just kind of when you get in there, start looking at loads. It's just like any other load board. You'll have your date, entry area to pick up at, destination, where you want to go, trailer type, and your booking types. And this is showing from the web-based version. This isn't exactly from the app. These are screenshots from the web-based. You can pick your deadheads, less than 50, less than 100, less than 250, less than 400 miles. Dry van, flatbed, power only. We do dry van, we do flatbed, and we do power only. And I've heard some rumors of some other stuff floating around, but I'm not going to toss that out yet. I know there's been some talk about reefer, but that's not official yet. And then we have instant book loads and we have standard book loads, and all of which are the parameters and such you can search in. You can sort and browse loads. You could break it down by regions. It says the app will search across multiple brokers and load boards according to your security preferences. You can sort these loads based on a variety of factors, including time, distance, or rate. And the default sorting is by revenue per hour or smart price calculations, which takes into account trip, distance, deadhead miles, pickup, delivery times, and predicted dwell time to optimize your revenue. They also have a little feature in there that's kind of similar to DAT's 15-day average or 30-day average, depending on which program you are in with DAT, where they have a CT estimate, which is the ballpark that lane typically runs for. I use this quite often when negotiating rates with brokers to kind of have that extra little edge on them to be like, well, y'all are offering this at $1.40 a mile, but the average shows it's been paying between $2.50 a mile to $3.20 a mile. Let's bump up them numbers, because them some chump numbers. We ain't got time to play games. So anyway, then when you click on the load, you can get into it, look at your load information, where it's going, where it's from, pickup times, delivery times, what type of commodity it is. Sometimes I typically end up having to ask the broker what the commodity is, because sometimes, depending on how things get transferred over, there's a lot of load boards they pull from. I think there's 24 of them that we're using currently inside our little thing. Instant Book. For those of you who are at USA Truck or Schneider or the places like that, it's basically that point, click, boom, they send the rate con over. There you go. To book an instant book load, you have to confirm the booking at the price listed. Once you confirmed it, the load is yours. It's the absolute simplest thing in the world. Instant book loads, flexibility check. It says, because instant book loads are yours immediately after booking, we are extra cautious when booking them. If our system determines that the load is not feasible, either due to hours of service compliance or because it overlaps with another load, you may be blocked from booking it. I have never had that happen. I get the little error message all the time that says there may be conflicting hours of service things. I've never had an issue with the load. I book myself appropriately. Just pay attention to what you're booking. But it's kind of an extra little safeguard so you don't screw yourself in the long haul. Standard book loads. These are the ones that you call and negotiate on. So this is where our operations team comes into play. Our operations people, you can either do this one of two ways. You can call and book it yourself and then say that it was booked outside, booked by us. Or you can click on the thing here. I don't know if it's going to show it on the next one. Yeah, it doesn't show it there. Or you can click and you can have the operations team bid on the load for you. So say you're, say you are trying to negotiate a load, and you've got one load and you're getting ready to lay down, but you see one load that you're looking at that you're tired, you don't have time to bid on. You want the operations team to bid on that load for you. You can let the operations team negotiate with the broker while you're sleeping. I've done it a couple of times. It works really well. How many loads can you book in advance? It depends. I've tested this. I know it depends on the brokers. I know you can bid on up to 3 loads at the same time with operations and they won't get mad at you. But as far as having loads stacked on you, I've had as many as 3 stacked on me at once. Schedule, you can see your schedule, all jobs, you see your pending and approved jobs and past. So, which is really nice about that is you can actually look in there and see what your entire last month was or the month prior. You can look as far back as it'll allow you. And you can see what you made for that entire month broke down in gross revenue, expenses, and then your net revenue at the end of it that comes to us. It is a wonderful resource, especially when you're trying to calculate, what your average of this is per mile, what your average of this is per mile, how much you spend every month. It is great. It's a really good resource. Schedule Optimizer says the Schedule Optimizer takes the guesswork out of selecting loads. It combs through thousands of loads in their network to create a revenue maximizing a combination of loads that respects to the locations and preferences. Optimizer is also integrated with the ELD data and factors in hours of service compliance as well. This is a really good tool that I specifically optimize when I'm trying to get home out of somewhere. I haven't used it a whole lot. I generally just use it when I'm going home, and it is just really cool. If you guys get here and you come over here, it's a really awesome tool to utilize. It says to run Schedule Optimizer, you'll need to input your schedule preferences, data range, start and end locations, and then the system's integrated with the ELD and hours of service. Basically, kind of this is how it looks, and doing it that way, it'll just basically run through all the parameters that you have dictated and find the best lanes to get you to and from where you want to go. So if you want to start in Maine and end in California, it'll set you up, and you have 10 days to do it. It'll set you up to 10 days to get you from Maine to California. Or if you want to leave, Kentucky, go out and then come back to Kentucky 5 days later, it'll run and set you up a schedule to where you can do it that way. It says it does take a while. It says it may take a few minutes to calculate, or once the schedule is created, you can find it under View Generated Schedules. It does take a little while. It's not a quick process, but it's combing through thousands and thousands of loads and tons of information. Then you have a job page that shows all of your loads and your upcoming loads. And then you can get inside there. You can view your rate con that the broker had sent over, and if you're CC, and you'll see the rate cons come across as long as you're CC'd into the emails, and you can see the statement, which is your percent, which I believe now is Cloudtrucks now keeps 18%, which gives us 82%. And then you obviously, this is just like everywhere else you've ever been with different types of ELDs and things of that nature, where you can, you check in, you're arrived, depart, next shipper, yada, yada, yada. Awesome. Thanks. I'm onboarding process now. A few more phases. Thanks for the info. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is a regular thing I try to put out here, and I'm glad. Good, you're onboarding. I'm good to hear it. You're gonna love it here. I promise you. And let's see, get this working again. Delivering jobs. Well, it's just like if you've ever used. Oh, what's that big one? TransFlow. Just like TransFlow, except this works. Scan, picture, boom, send it on its way. You're done. And here's the nice thing. This is they have the CT Cash card. This is the instant pay account that we use. Currently, if you want to transfer out of your CT account to your personal account to pay yourself, I think it's a 2-day transition right now, 2 business days. So if you do it on a Friday, you're going to get it Monday. But if you do it in the middle of the week, if you do it Wednesday, you'll have it by Friday. Monday, you'll have it by Wednesday. In your personal bank account, there is ways to work around this, but it's not as bad as you think. I believe that they're currently working on a way to bring that time down. I don't have any concrete evidence yet, but I've heard rumor. And yeah, CT Cash, it's all in the app. You can view the CT Cash account, balance account, activities, and you can pay out to your bank. Let's see, we got some frequently asked questions. What do I do if I have an OS&D? Overages, shortages, and damages. If you have an issue with the load, such as damage or missing product, please notify the operations team. What should I do if I have a mechanical issue or I'm involved in an accident? First, make sure you're in a safe place and out of harm's way. Absolutely. Once you're in a safe place, please call the operations team. They will be able to assist you with insurance information. Currently, Cloudtrucks does not have a roadside assistance program. However, if you rent or lease your vehicle from one of our preferred partners, you may have a roadside program. I fix things myself, or I find someone who can do it. Does Cloudtrucks offer reefer loads? Currently, Cloudtrucks is only enabled to move dry van, flatbed, and power-only freight. Does Cloudtrucks handle collections of accessorial charges such as tonneau, detention, and lumper charges? Yes, operations works with the brokers to ensure that the drivers paid all accessorial charges that they are owed. Now, caveat to that, JB Hunt with detention takes 45 days to get. JB Hunt sucks. So if you get detention from JB Hunt, get your little notebook, keep track of that, keep hounding them. They suck. Can I move loads that are not offered from the Cloudtrucks app? Yeah. We are working hard to add more brokerages and load boards in the app. However, if you have access to outside of our app, please provide them with Cloudtrucks MC number. So yes, you can book from any load board. I book outside all the time for Truck Smarter, DAT, Coyote, XPO, things of that nature, and all that good stuff. Oh, sorry, my wife's in here watching on Twitch. She distracted me. Hi, Susie. Anyway, so yeah, you can book outside loads and work with outside brokers to where that way you don't have any issues or things of that nature. If you see a load that you like that they currently do not have access to inside of the Cloudtrucks application. So let's see. How do I get in touch with Cloudtrucks? Oh, dadgummit. Sorry, I'm having technical issues here. Everything in their mother's trying to come through. All right, so how do I get in touch with Cloudtrucks? Our operations team is available via phone and text at 415-48, all that good stuff. After hours operations team, weekend after hours support. Yes, the operations team is 24/7. Can you negotiate us at book loads? Certain brokers, such as Uber Freight, do not allow bidding or negotiation. But if you are like, say, CH Robinson, they're one that has instant book loads. If you work with CH Robinson, and you have a broker there that that routinely works with you, you can get inside there and place bids on instant book loads that are inside the CH Robinson area. Is there a fee for using CT Cash? No, there is no fee for using CT Cash. Does CT Cash have a PIN so I can use it in an ATM? This says no, but that's not true. You can set up a PIN on the card and use it as a debit card and withdraw your money from an ATM, but it's a $500 day, I believe, limit for ATM withdrawals. So keep that in mind. Do you have access to earnings before you relieve your CT Cash card? Yes, use the payout to bank option, all that good stuff. And that's the end of that. They also do have a what is called CT Credit, which is their credit card that you can apply for. You have to have an LLC or some other business structure like that if you're a sole proprietor. I do not believe that is eligible for sole proprietors at this time. That may change in the future. I do not know. So, anyway, that is pretty much the short and skinny and the bulk of the content that I wanted to get through for this live stream. Is there any other questions or that you guys have that I did not answer and or touch upon that would be that y'all want addressed? Also, no soul prop at this time. All right, I guess I don't know what's going on. Anyway, rhyme with stick. Gotta drive. I'll jump back in shortly if you're still on. Yeah, we might be here for a little while. Drink water, absolutely. Drink water, hydrate or die. That's how it goes. So, anyway, uh, man, this wife of mine over here. Why aren't you in bed, Grandpa? Because it ain't my bedtime yet. You're the one who goes to bed early. Anyway, everyone tell my wife hi. Say hello, Susie. Anyway, so if you're watching, honey, if you go to the YouTube side of things, everyone you can actually comment and speak with everybody because everyone will be in the chat there. So anyway, is there anybody who wants to come on or things of that nature? I believe I had one person who wanted to come on here, but I wanted to make sure that I opened the floor to questions beforehand. Let's see. Yep, everyone says hi, hun. Hi, Susie. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Let's invite guest here. Let's see. All right. Well, let's bring on our recruiter here, and maybe she can answer a couple of more questions. All right, there we go. I've got you a link there sent, Miss Desiree, if you want to come on here and you can speak your bit from the recruiting standpoint on here. There you go. Hey, honey, how you doing? Anyway, so Miss Desiree, I sent you the invite if you want to come on here and talk about things from the recruiting perspective, like driver eligibility, things of that nature. Maybe some of the questions that everybody else had that I may not have the answers to. How far did you go to get your trailer? Okay, so when I had my trailer, I got mine a week after I onboarded, and a week from my first load, I had my trailer. I don't know what order that they are recruiting, or I'm sorry, I don't know at what order they're rolling out, or if there's a wait list, or if it's first come, first serve on the trailers. I do believe Miss Desiree in the chat here will have that answer when she gets on here. I did send her the link, so that'll be a good question for her. So, Anyway, but yeah, it only took a week to get a trailer. Dry van trailers, I don't know about flatbed. I know dry van trailers are for a brand new one, which is what I've got, is a 2023 is $250 a week. So I think that's just a little. I think that's around 1,000 a month, or right at 1,000. I don't know. My math. It's late. My math may be a little off on that one. It keeps just loading session. I don't know. I can try to send the link again, see if that works. If you have a laptop, that might possibly work slightly better. I know Hunter comes on here from time to time with his phone. So. All right, let's see. I know Hunter said he wanted to come on here and speak a piece. So we'll get him an invite too real quick. So, how is detention determined? Okay, so detention, just like in most of your rate cons, it will have the predetermined amount of it'll have an agreement as to what the detention pays. Every broker or shipper that we work with has a different detention rate, give or take. It's not one standard fee across the board. Generally, it's 2 free hours, and then after that, you get paid whatever the rate is. And some brokers pay quicker than others for detention. I know JB Hunt takes about 45 days for detention to pay out. CH Robinson typically pays out really quick. TQL typically pays out relatively quick. I've not had many issues there. So, all right, we got our first guest in here.
Hello.
Hello. So, anyway, did I miss anything, or is there anything that you wish to add to the class?
Well, you didn't really touch too much on that, how annoying it's been with brokers, but, whatever.
Well, that's not this though. Where the the broker shipper problem is a different class in general. Negotiating rates is a different class in general. This is just I had someone who asked me specifically, how do things kind of work here. So this was me putting
Okay.
together kind of a
Well,
thing to just hey, this is what it's like.
I can give information about the CT credit since you don't have it.
Hold on. Let's see. Do you see any USA loads on any load boards? Yeah, all the time. I have Oh, we lost Hunter. He's gone. Try again, Hunter. Anyway, yes, I see plenty of USA loads. I see them on Truck Smarter. I see them on our load board. I see them on DAT. I see them all over the place. Who pays for lumpers? That is okay. So there's two ways you can do it. You can either pay out of pocket for the lumper and get reimbursed, or you can. What I do is I call up the broker, since it's not my responsibility to pay the lumpers, and I call the broker and I orchestrate and get a ComCheck, T-Check, EFS code, or any of the other plethora of things that they use. So yes. Miss Desiree, okay, so you can't get on here. It's being weird. All right, so we had a question for you about what is the average weight for a trailer right now. Hunter, if you want to come back in, try again. So, there we go. So, all right, we're back.
My bad, Joe. There you go. You're back.
Yep.
Okay, so I can say something about CT credits since you don't have it. I mean,
bring your camera down. You're all forehead, man. We want to see that beautiful mug of yours. Come on with it.
I don't see the forehead. I don't know what you're doing to see the forehead.
It's the way that the camera crops in because there's two of us on the screen. You got to lower your camera just a tad.
I can't. If I do, it's going to fall.
Well, then hold it with your hands. Or raise your seat up. There you go. We can kind of now lean back. It's like from the nose up.
Yeah, then I can see.
Okay. So Miss Desiree says, couple of days. We get them pretty quick and frequently. Sometimes, if you are close enough, you could get one same day. Yes, I have heard of people getting trailers same day. Took mine about a week. But all right, so CT credit. You said you have the CT credit. How does that work? What's the breakdown? Is there interest? Does it pay out daily, weekly, every 2 weeks? What's the deal with it? Give me the skinny.
Okay, so when you get that, you start at $500. Gets paid every 2 weeks, and the second week that you pay, the rate raises, the limit raises, and then you can get up to, I think it's still at $5 grand right now on it for the maximum
Okay.
credit line.
So do you pay that out of your personal account, or can you like direct transfer from your CT account to your CT credit account?
Both. But just like when you're transferring money out of your CT cash card, it can take a couple days for it to come from your bank account.
Okay. So can you like pay that off at any point in time, or is that like you have to?
It's weird. Sometimes you can pay it off whenever you want. Sometimes you can't. I've
Hmm,
had it say no. I've had it say yes. So
hmm. I've heard that. Well, I mean, it's a new product, so it
right,
may
they're
be
still working the bugs out.
kicks out. So let's see. You can Desiree says you could start at a higher amount depending on your bank statements with CT credit. Okay,
Oh, I
Roger.
didn't know that.
So
I thought everybody started
Desiree,
at 500.
do you have to work at Cloudtrucks or be affiliated in either the virtual carrier or the Flex program to get the CT credit, or can you get it being that you're a business and you have your own authority or you're leased onto another carrier?
I think you have to do the whole. Well, we'll let Desiree answer that one.
Yes. She says it is, meaning it isn't always $500. All right, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Different strokes for different folks, I suppose. Okay, there you go. There's the answer. No, you do not have to be with Cloudtrucks to have a CT credit. So there you go. You can still find a business partner with Cloudtrucks and get some credit options. I don't know. I don't have a lot of credit cards. I pay for everything out of cash typically. So anyway, so what else? What else do we have in here?
I
Any
know.
other questions?
Ask away, people. You got 3 people that are in here from
Yep,
from
we
Cloud
have
Trucks.
a recruiter from Cloud Trucks. You have and two drivers here from Cloud Trucks. So, whatever questions you guys have tonight is a good night to answer it. Otherwise, oh hey, look who's joined the world of the living. You gonna say hi, Tank? Here, Tank. Say hi to everybody.
It's like, what do you
No, you're
want?
going to bed.
I'm tired.
Yeah, he works hard. Let's see. She says that yes, they do have credit only customers. Okay, that works. Um, yep, everybody likes Tank. I don't know why he's been real stubborn lately. He has not liked being on the live streams as of lately.
He's camera shy when it's live. That's all.
I guess I don't know. He's kind of sick of me. We've been cooped up in this truck. We're taking a 34. Uh, can't really go anywhere with the holiday coming up Monday, so
Ain't
receiver
that
won't
the
take me
truth?
early. So
I'm stuck
fun
in
fun
Georgia, dude.
times running freight for the weekend.
I'm
So
stuck in Georgia trying to book loads out of Georgia.
good luck. I was trying to do that the other day, and that's how I ended up on this one. If you don't have anything by Monday, call CH Robinson. They got some stuff coming out of there that looks really good.
If
So,
our contact is in.
mhm. And also Uber Freight. Instant. Oddly enough, on those instant book loads from Uber Freight, they are paying really, really well. I
Huh.
have not had. I have found that Uber Freight are typically the best paying loads when it comes to instant book freight. They're ones that I most definitely have worked with quite a bit. So, so how's your vulva treating you? Is it still treating you well, or is it finally
I'm
just
not quite sure I
completely?
want to answer that question verbally and jinx myself.
That's a. You know what? At least that you're honest. That's a pretty good response. So, uh,
Occasionally
what's
it
it?
still says not no charge, but it is charging.
No good. Well, dang. I ended the Cloudtrucks presentation and everybody bounced out of here. I guess we don't have any Q&A tonight.
See,
A
you should
couple of
have said you were
questions.
going to end it.
I didn't say I was going to end it. I just said we were going over to the Q&A side of things. So,
Apparently,
but
we've done a
that's
good
okay.
enough job answering everything on Facebook.
I suppose. I don't know. They come and go. It ain't too bad. Whew. I didn't know how
Oh,
well it
here's
was.
one thing. Here's a couple things that people typically ask. So, just for reference here, you guys got to have about 2 years of driving experience and have a decently clean record. I mean, you can't have anything ridiculous. No serious accidents. Nobody getting injured, hurt, all
Hmm.
that fun stuff. So those are the questions that people typically tend to ask me.
Gotcha. So, I don't know. I mostly get questions about loads and brokers and how to find freight and things of that nature. That tends to be the majority of the questions that I receive. People don't really ask me about how to get here. They just talk about they want to know how everything is compared to where I came from, and it's a lot better over here compared to USA. So, but here nor there. I don't know. So, uh, last couple rounds here. If we don't have any questions, I'm gonna cut the thing off here. Um, I got through my whole spiel, so apparently it is true. I heard a thing many years ago when I went through like a course in the army about teaching and public speaking, saying that the average attention span of people is typically about 45 minutes, and then everybody checks out, and
What'd you say?
literally like right at the like 46, 47 minute mark, everybody just checked out. I never really paid that much attention to it before, and never thought there was that much truth to it. But boy, howdy, they
Apparently, the
they
military got
oh,
something right.
they get lots of things right, more than most. So,
Even the crayons.
uh, yep, pretty much. So, anyway, all right. Well, that's gonna be it. Everybody's bounced out of here. It's just me and you now. So, we're gonna go ahead. We'll end this here. Well, feed us in, everybody. If you catch us on the replay, I love y'all. We'll see you later.